He could see his manhood had all but disappeared. His skin was much softer and not the dry, somewhat wrinkled skin of his middle age. Even his teeth looked smaller with gaps in between. At least they are white now instead of coffee-stained yellow like before. After getting dressed in some of Michael's old clothes, he made his way downstairs. It was Monday morning and everyone was in a rush to get to school or work. As they all piled into the minivan, Marjorie turned to Jamie. "Honey, I don't have time to take you with me to work." However, Teddy suggested he could watch you at the lab for the day. Teddy was almost stunned by the statement. "Are you suggesting I need a babysitter?" Marjorie gave a little smirk. "Of course not, honey, but I don't want you to be alone either." Marjorie turned and started herding the children and Jamie towards the vehicle. Jamie went to sit in the front seat, but Marjorie stopped him. "No, honey. I know you always sit in the front seat, but I'd be more comfortable if you sat with the other children in the back seat and have Sheila ride up front. She is larger and will fit in the front more comfortably." Jamie just hung his head and went to sit with the younger children. Was strategically placed between Michael and Mary since they squabbled all the time in the car. On one side was Michael, who looked to be far superior in size and strength. Mary seemed more frightening than her 10-year-old brother. Not by her size, but that she was sitting in a booster seat. Jamie knew the childish booster seat was only a day or two away, and if the regression continued he would be sitting in a child's car seat by the end of the week. He sat back and looked at the tormentor on one side and his future on the other. Jamie felt helpless as he could do nothing but sit in his seat. He couldn't drive, let alone look out the window. Neither image seemed inviting. At least the booster seat might give him a better view outside the car. Jamie mused. Jamie spent the day at the lab but was little help. His new height was not designed to work at the stations. Seats were too low and tables too high. Jamie also found Teddy annoying, always looking over his shoulder checking up on the little guy. During the afternoon Jamie was roaming the halls and bumped into the beautiful Catherine. She looked at him as if he had reminded her of someone. "Are you lost? Can't find your mommy?" All Jamie could do was shake his head. "No. I'm visiting Mr. Leahy's lab." Catherine, the stunningly beautiful student, smiled. "Well, you shouldn't walk these hallways alone. Come with me," grabbed Jamie by the hand and started walking towards the lab only a few doors away. Turning into the lab, she stopped at the door, letting go of the child's hand. "Teddy, I found your little friend in the hallway. I think he might have been looking for the bathroom and wandered off on his own." Teddy was a little stunned by the statement but quickly came back with a reply. "Ah, thanks, Catherine. I didn't realize he left the lab. I'll make sure to close the door when he is around." She smiled back. "You should keep a better eye on him. He looks like the type to get into everything." With that statement, Catherine headed off to class. Jamie groaned at the conversation, completely humiliated that he was treated like someone not trusted to even walk a hallway alone. When Catherine finally left, Teddy apologized to his lab mate, however the damage was done. Jamie moped around the lab for the afternoon, not wanting to talk or involve himself in the work. As the week progressed, the regression slowed. Jamie hoped it would stop soon. He had already lost a couple of teeth and didn't want to consider what else he might lose soon.